Hello, everyone. Welcome in to the second to last match of the weekend and the last losers bracket matchup of the semi-finals. This is the match between Osu True Skill and the two very interesting teams who have made their way pretty far into the tournament now. Both of them here at the very least top 8 competing for a spot, the last spot in the finals weekend, and for a top 6 placement at the very least. My name is Dio. I'm going to be casting this matchup alongside Demarsh. How's it going, man?
It is going well, my dude. We had an amazing first match today. Going all the way in that first set to that tiebreaker was really, really exciting, and now we're back with another great matchup between these two. This could end up being closer than I think a lot of people are expecting, especially in this first set. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, a lot of people I think tend to underestimate Osu True Skill a little bit. They no longer have intercambing. They've not got the name brand recognition players that a lot of other teams do. Even going up against you've got a Koro on the other team. I think probably a more well-known player than anybody on the side of Osu True Skill, aside from maybe Korean Maluko. But this team has shown time and time again that they are as strong as they really seem. They were seed number 7 out of the qualifiers, and that was not a fluke. They are here in the top 8 as their qualifiers placement would suggest, and they are here up against seed number 16 in to show that they deserve that top 6 spot. TFGE, Korean Maluko, KHZ, Arj, Defons, Zubs, Ryunata, and Serpy yesterday took down the bench with only 6 players. They did not even have their full roster. They were missing both Korean Maluko and Serpy, and still were able to win that matchup 2-0 yesterday. It was I believe, double tiebreaker set, if I'm remembering correctly. No, we had a double tiebreaker set yesterday at the very least. So this was a really, really tough set for them. And yeah, it was a double tiebreaker set. So they've got the experience on this map pool, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then of course we have who is equally trying to prove just how good they are. They've made it all the way to these semi-finals, and it's just one step away from that top 6. So they'll be desperate. Well, they are desperate to prove themselves just how good they are. Their match yesterday against Pat the Duck was a 2-0. Was a fairly one-sided affair, I would say. They seemed pretty dominant. They knew what they were banning, and on their picks, they were victorious on majority, winning 4-1 on both those sets. Very impressive stuff. This should be a good match between these two.
Yeah, absolutely. They were, it was much more one-sided, like you said, 4-1 in both of those sets yesterday for so they should be relatively confident going in here. You've got a lot of players on who are very good at a lot of these high BPM picks, actually. I think out of the double times in particular, I would look to maps like Double Time 3 as sort of the place where performs the best on average when compared to a lot of other teams. But Osu True Skill actually in the quarterfinals had a higher head-to-head score than the score was an average of 3 different scores at 2.9 million. Osu True Skill with 3.15 million team score. The one time they played DT3 last weekend. And if you're looking at DT2, that did go in the favor of this weekend. They win that head-to-head matchup by about 540k, looking at the scores from Double Time 2 yesterday in their previous semifinals bouts. Reminder that in the losers bracket, you do have to play 2 matches each weekend to advance past the very first round of losers bracket. So both of these teams have already played this map pool once. They've got some data on the opposing team, and they should be comparing their scores with the other team, comparing scores from previous weekends as well, looking to see exactly where these teams are good or bad. I'm very surprised, actually, that we see a no ban on No Mod 6 from Osu True Skill here at the start. It is a specific type of map that The has been very, very strong on all throughout the tournament. Players like Listia and Akoro doing very, very well on those maps. Knots as well, looking extremely strong on some of those No Mod 6 picks. So a little surprised to see that left up of all picks. Osu True Skill gonna go with No Mod 1 as their first pick, though. That's a little different from what we saw them play yesterday versus the bench. Against the bench, they did have to play No Mod 1 several times. They had to play it in both sets, and they had an okay team average, right around 2 million team score, but The was only 20k behind them in terms of their team score from No Mod 1 yesterday. So this is almost a toss-up first pick for Osu True Skill. I can only assume it's because they've got some different players here today than what they had yesterday. They were missing Korya Maluko and Serpy yesterday. Maybe they have Korya Maluko today, and he's going to be able to come in and perform very well on No Mod 1. Definitely a player with the aim and the skill cap to do very well on that type of map.
Yeah, I think with this No Mod 1, you know, they did, their average was only just slightly higher than but you know, that average peaks at about 2 million, so there is about 100k in what they know they can play. And like you said, you know, with having an additional player like Korya Maluko added to the mix, they probably think, actually, we can push that number much higher than what we actually got yesterday. So that could be a good solid first pick for us. We know that their scores probably aren't going to change that much. Should be a solid first start. And again, with the No Mod 6, obvious choice, I think, to start this off. Obvious choice.
Yeah, that's, I mean, you look at the stats from last weekend, and it's just absolutely no question. Akoro with the top accuracy 3 times on that map. They played it 3 times also, so every time he played the map, he got the top accuracy on the map. It was just competing for personal best every time that he played it. And guess who number 4 was? I believe it was Listia, also from The. So yeah, very easy first pick for the either way here in this matchup versus Osu True Skill. This is a map that Osu True Skill did not play in quarterfinals, has not played yet in semifinals, nor has The. Osu True Skill also banning out No Mod 6 in the quarterfinals in their winners bracket matchup there. So it is not as though this is a map that they are incredibly good at. They might be holding some cards. Maybe some of their players are very, very strong on that type of map. So a little bit less focused on the changing beat snap divisors and a little bit more focused on changing rhythms. Not quite as many 1/6 in this map as in previous weekends. So you may find some of those players to be very good on that map regardless. Hard Rock 2 banned out by The. It's a very slider aim focused Hard Rock pick. Lots of really big fast sliders in that map. Not wanting to deal with the really tricky Hard Rock aim that brings for The. Hidden 3 banned out by Osu True Skill. Also a map that actually The hasn't really played all that much, but you look at the lineup over there and you have to think they do very well on it. If anything, Akoro can probably put up a fantastic score on that map. And the overall hidden scores for The have been better throughout the tournament than for Osu True Skill. Just look at the numbers at the bottom of the screen there. And you'll see the sort of average score, the ratings at the bottom there, 5.73 for The and 5.05 for Osu True Skill on Hidden, respectively. So definitely a favored pick towards The.
Yeah, and I think, especially with that Hard Rock 2 ban, you know, I'm looking at sort of the overall Hard Rock scores coming out from Osu True Skill just seem to be, you know, that much greater caliber higher than The, because if I think back to last week, Hard Rock 3, Osu True Skill, they pulled in nearly 2.8 million on that Hard Rock map, and even this week their Hard Rock 1, they still pulled in a solid 2 million without their entire roster. So, you know, all things considered, they would be a very tough Hard Rock 2 lineup to go up against. So it's a very sensible ban. And yeah, again with Hidden 3, that the third lineup on Hidden 3 is very strong. This DT3 should be very solid for I think. OC True Skill, they will have some decent speed players, but I don't know if they have necessarily the entire roster. A full four-man squad to necessarily get high scores on that map, but we'll see.
Yeah, double time 2 yesterday for Osu True Skill sort of showed that they were maybe missing a player that would have done better on these sorts of maps. I think the absence of both Serpi and Korya Maluko, who usually would go in on double time picks, really hurt them versus the bench yesterday. They instead had in TFGE and Arj. Arj very good on maps like Nomad 2, not so much on double time 2. He did bottom score that for the team. KHZ and Zubs still did fairly well on that map. KHZ certainly no slouch when it comes to speed. Recently full comboed the Deceit, currently holds number 1 on that map. That should tell you enough about exactly how good he is. There's not a lot of players left up in the tournament who can claim that sort of level of competency over raw speed, and I think that's part of the reason why this DT2 ban works a little better for Osu True Skill than a ban on Double Time 3. The players on their team who are good on speed are players who can extend that mastery into higher BPM ranges, like in Double Time 3 at that 270 range. KHZ, for example, going to be completely comfortable on that sort of BPM range. And if you compare the scores from the quarterfinals, again, they're very, very similar. 3.15 million, actually, for Osu True Skill versus an average 2.9 million for The. So while The is very consistent at getting that high score, Osu True Skill certainly has the skill cap to match them. So I think DT3 is going to be an interesting pick to see exactly who is better on those speed picks. But Nomad 4 and Hidden 2 go exactly back to what Osu True Skill was doing yesterday versus the bench, where they were picking into these very unconventional sorts of maps that have either a very heavy focus on aim control, as is the case for Nomad 4, or a really tough combination of both swing finger control and high BPM flow aim, as in Hidden 2. There's a lot of flow aim in the swing section of that map as well, but it's really it's sort of a combination pick more so than just that flow aim and just that aim control like you find in Nomad 4.
Yeah, that Nomad 5, you can see what they're trying to do with the combination at DT3 and that Nomad 5. You know, they're focusing on the speed picks, hoping that that's what, you know, their roster will be able to succeed on. It'll be very crucial for this first set if they can follow through with that strategy. But of course, that double pick, so detrimental to teams. That's normally where teams get tripped up in this first set, is on those double picks. So we'll have to see if they can make something of it. But we start off with this Nomad 1. This should be a very, very close contest between True Skill and if the scores from yesterday's match are anything to go on. But I wonder how these additional members on Osu True Skill are going to affect the lineups and indeed this matchup.
Yeah, if they do have those additional members, if they have Serpi, if they have Korya Maluko, I think that this can go very, very differently for Osu True Skill. The speed picks in particular, DT3 and Nomad 5, I think they are going to have a much better time on if they do have those players. So I'm looking forward to see exactly what the lineups are from these two teams on the speed picks. For Nomad 1 as well, I think we're going to be seeing a little bit of a different lineup, likely from Osu True Skill, from what they put up yesterday on Nomad 1. On Sukiakari, they fielded Arj, KHZ, Zubs, and Dafons versus the bench. And they do have Korya Maluko in here for Nomad 1 this time around. I think he is probably the reason why they feel mostly confident picking this. We do see him subbing in for actually Zubs on the side of Osu True Skill. This is going to be our first pick of the matchup. We're getting started here with the first set. Just as a reminder, this is a best of 3 sets. This is a series between these two teams, not just a singular best of 7. So after this first best of 7 is over, stick around. We'll get started with set number 2. Also an early good start for Osu Trueskill. A little bit of a rougher start from with both Akoro and Hinkseli finding a couple misses. They're joined by Liskia and Fial. KHZ matching 1 miss, but everybody else still holding on to full combos.
Yeah, the 2 to watch that they've brought in from the previous week is of course Arg, Kurtz, and Defons. You know, these guys, they pulled in very good scores last week on the side of Osu Trueskill, and it'll be interesting to see what Maluko can add in. There's a miss coming out from Cora Maluko in this first quarter. Not necessarily a great start, but Akoro did trade it slightly late with a miss of his own. There goes Listia, along with the early break from Hinkseli. Kurtz actually follows as well, so it's sort of 2 full combos to 1 at the moment, with a supporting combo from Hinkseli, but still in the favor of Osu Trueskill at the moment, as everyone tries to recover their combos. You see Defons also joining there, drops another full combo for Osu Trueskill. Now it's just a one-on-one situation. Arg and Hinkseli battling it out with those full combos. Some of those supporting combos alongside.
Looking still relatively okay here for Osu Trueskill. They've got some supporting combos starting back up again. Like you said, Akoro on a slightly higher supporting combo than any of the members on Osu Trueskill at the moment. It's mostly resting on Arj's shoulders right now, with Hinkseli holding close to that high combo. Defons and Korea Maluko both dropping the combo though, and this is definitely not the performance I think that they wanted to see out of Korea Maluko on No Mod 1. Typically very strong on a lot of these inconsistency picks and having a bit of trouble with this one. We do see a drop from TL and Akoro on the side of as well, but there goes the last full combo from Arj, and that's now Hinkseli able to just run away with this score lead. He needs to drop basically right now if Osu Trueskill want a chance of taking this. Listia's supporting combo is gone, but that high combo from Hinkseli is going to do enough work to keep it on the's side. KHZ needs to hold.
Yeah, needs to hold it. Doing well so far. And he breaks. Big break coming in. Oh, but there goes KHZ as well.
Yeah, it's a break for Hinkseli, but it's just too long held for the favor of the KHZ, not able to hold in through the ending either. And that's about a 100k score lead in the favor of the. Defons holding some combo here at the end is going to bring the score lead slightly back towards them, but there's just not enough combo left, not enough time, and by less than 100k, the will take the first break point.
Yeah, very, very close matchup overall. A little bit of a underperformance, I think, perhaps from Cora Maluko. I think considering he was filling such a role as the guy coming in for Osu Trueskill, it's a bit of a disappointing score, I think, which might have just allowed her to slip away with that first break point. And now they're going to go into their No Mod 6. Which should be, when you've got players like Akoro on your team, it's a hard ask to try and break back on a map like this.
Yeah, we've seen this map a couple of times get played so far this weekend. None of the team scores have been super high, as is expected on No Mod 6, but if you're looking for a team to have good accuracy, to be able to put together carry performances on a map like this, you should look no further than the Akoro, not to mention Listia, are both very, very strong players on this type of map in particular, especially with all of the variable BPM changes in this map. You mix together variable timing signatures, variable BPM, and variable beat snap divisors, and you get something that is just so ridiculously hard to act, but that plays well with practice. The mapping style on this pick is as straightforward as it gets when you have a song like this that you are trying to map to. So I'm expecting both of them in. Bullocks and Hexelli also in for the TFGE, Defons, Zubs, and Korea Maluko in for Osatruskel, as well as we get into the second pick. Osatruskel, I think, hoping to take a break point either here or on the next pick for the... their next pick is that double time 3 pick. I think, honestly, they do have a fairly good chance of taking the break point on double time 3. It would be a huge boon to Osatruskel if they were able to take this as a break point as well.
Yeah, agreed. But we'll see what they can perform on this map. I wouldn't count them out of the woods, but it depends on how certain players on the are definitely feeling on a map like this. Hank Selly will be that first break.
You can see a very early break from Bollocks as well, about 70 combo into the map, but really not too much to talk about there. It's not going to hurt the score all that much compared to, say, the break from Hexelli. And there goes Defons and Zubs, both of them dropping the combos. Korea Maluko and Hexelli as well dropping down. It's now just TFGE alive for Osatruskel. Korea Maluko finding a second break now as Listia and Akoro continue to hold on to their full combos. Better accuracy as well than TFGE. 95% for Listia, 94% for Akoro. Bollocks does drop that high supporting combo, but I mean, there's really not much that the supporting combos need to do for the right now, especially with that break from TFGE. Akoro still holding the FC for the, even with the break from Listia, this is basically over.
Yeah, it really is. Such good performances, which we expected to happen, but it's always impressive to see regardless. Very strong play for Akoro, who's still going with this massive combo here. I believe it's an FC.
Yeah, this is still the full combo.
Taken away on literally the last couple of notes of the song.
Not a single A rank in sight, by the way. All B ranks or C ranks here.
Oh man. But that 700k making up over half of his team score is incredible from Akora there. And that's what makes this team so deadly on that No Mod 6.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the scores across the board on that map, it's like Akoro 750k, 770k actually, Listia 500k, and then like Osatruskel's top 2 players, and then Bollocks, right? Like, even the top scorer for Osatruskel, TFGE, he held that combo very long, actually. Almost the same amount of combo as Listia, 690 combo versus 708 combo in the favor of Listia, ever so slightly. It's the accuracy that does so much more for Listia's score. TFGE, actually the only C rank, despite being the top scorer for Osatruskel, so the 85% accuracy just making it nigh impossible to compete in terms of score with the other high combos from Akoro and Listia alongside that 92% AC, which doesn't sound very good, but listen, if Akoro is getting 92 AC, that's should just tell you exactly how hard the map is. Nobody's getting above 95 on that kinda ever. So 92% looking pretty good for the 3 players who were able to get it.
Yeah, definitely. So for there, it's the perfect start. They 2 maps in, 2 maps up, and now they're going to go into their second pick, which you'd assume now, starting with this DT3 and this No Mod 5. You know, like we mentioned, the DT3 might be a bit of a contest, but These next 2 picks are looking very, very just scary for Osu True Skill. You know, not having a point on the board in the first set's never what you want. But especially with just that simple best of 7, you know, that their double picks are really in danger of dropping a break point. But we'll see what they can do on this DT3. But this should be very interesting.
Yeah, this is the type of map where, at least the type of speed pick, where I think it's definitely possible for Osu True Skill to take a breakpoint. They've got in a couple players who weren't on speed earlier. We do see Fjell not able to join the lobby. If we could get him in, that would be fantastic. Get all 4 players from both teams going strong. We are gonna get a little bit of a Bancho reset here as we force Fjell to join the lobby with the rest of us. Looks like a couple early combo breaks came through for Serpy at the very start of the map. Listia and Akoro there afterwards. So, slight combo lead for Osu True Skill at the beginning of the map. There goes Serpy, however, on DT3. Does have the 97% accuracy. It's not like he's super uncomfortable on this sort of pick. Better accuracy, in fact, than both Zubs and Korya Maluko, along with Fjell, Listia, and Akoro on the other team. But the combo is just really tough for him to hold on to, it looks like. Does drop it once again alongside Listia, so the trading combos means quite a lot actually for Osu True Skill. Ever so slight combo lead in their favor. Mainly KHZ with this 97% accuracy is doing work for them, but Nineric, 98.8 right now over on the side of the is looking very, very good for them.
Yeah, that is ridiculously high accuracy. You know, the only one who's close to that is KHZ, who's on nearly 98, but is still that little bit away. Aside from those breaks coming in from Serpy and Listia, everyone else so far is holding very strong here. These combos keeping the score very tight and very close together. It's just the accuracy that separates these 2 teams at the moment. Big drops coming in.
God, it's so close.
Swipped it the other way. Korya Maluko fell to drop.
KHZ also!
Good drops.
And
Good drops.
Just Zubs. Zubs also slider breaks the overtaps! Oh no, it falls apart for Osu True Skill at the end of the map. Akoro and Nineric hold on to those high combos. Nineric on the FC still, and Akoro high enough combo to basically put up the same type of score. I was so close for Osu True Skill until then, but the combos from Zubs and Korya Maluko just couldn't hold on. All 3 FCs dropped in short order.
Yeah, and Serps was bringing in a very nice combo recovery, but yeah, it's just not enough this time. As we approach the end of the map, it's Nineric and Akoro bringing home those very nice high combo near double FC for the what a play.
Yeah, that's a full combo with 98.5% accuracy for Nineric. I mean that is a hell of a play. That's a really, really strong score. Unlucky overtaps, I think, for both KHZ and Zubs there at the 1200 combos, both with an S rank. Unfortunate for Korya Maluko as well. Didn't have the accuracy, but if he had held on to the combo, it's a 1 miss score as well for him. This map, despite the score lead being 700k, was actually very, very close. It was all single misses or single slider breaks for the side of Osu True Skill, so that could have very easily gone the other way. It just was not meant to be, as all 3 of their full combos dropped down, and The is able to take it off the back of one hell of a performance from both Nineric and Akoro.
And again, they're in a really strong position now. Guaranteed tiebreaker in this set, even if these next 3 maps don't go their way. All the pressure really is on Osu True Skill at this point. They need to win these next 2 picks. They have the rosters and the lineups to do it, but they need to shake off the fact that they've lost these previous maps. They have been closer, but they just need to try and push it to the back of the mind. reset, refocus, and take these first 2 maps. They won the roll, they have those double picks. Try and take advantage of them and then brace themselves for that No Mod 5. Of course, all they have to do is just get 1 breakpoint in these double picks. And even then, they'll have that No Mod 5 as their backup if necessary. So they're in just such a strong position to take this first set right now.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, being up 3-0, it's already match point, right, in this best of 7. They've got to go at a tiebreaker if Osuchusco wants to take the first set, so they really are looking quite strong at the moment. Osuchusco, however, this next pick, No Mod 4, their score actually went up from quarterfinals to semifinals. They played this map yesterday. They got 2.1 million team score on it. In quarterfinals, on the similar No Mod 4 alt pick in quarterfinals, they got 1.6 million team score. So their overall score went up 550,000 points from quarterfinals to semifinals. So they are definitely far better off on this type of alt map than they were in quarterfinals, where they did, if you're comparing the scores between the two teams, lose that head-to-head matchup versus the. But in semifinals, the has not played this map yet, so this is untested territory for the. You have not seen them on this No Mod 4 in particular. They looked relatively okay on last week's No Mod 4, and they do have players with very strong aim control. We see a pretty similar lineup, actually. Listia, Ikoro, Bullux, and Nyrek in once again for the Osuchusco with Arj, Defons, Zubs, and TFGE in for this one. Lots of very, very strong alt players over on Osuchusco right now, so I expect them to do relatively well on this. We do see some early breaks coming through for Ikoro and TFGE. This intro really does not give you any room to breathe. It just throws all the most difficult patterns at you right out of the gate. And in fact, we see everybody drop combo except for Defons, who is the only player holding on to that FC out of the intro. And even in these in-between sections, this is still really difficult. Tons of swaps between flow aim and snap aim, where you've got these really awkward aim 1-2 jumps in the middle of lots of variable spacing, flow aim, wiggle streams, and cut streams, cut doubles, all over the place. I mean, the amount of changes and types of patterning in this map is kind of ridiculous. We do see high combos from a few players, though. Ikoro, Bollux just dropped his high combo. TFGE, Arj, and Zubs holding on the high combos for Osuchusco, and that is where that score lead is coming from.
Yeah, this is the thing with this map, is that once things start to go wrong, they go wrong very quickly. You know, if you're alternating this map, you are constantly adjusting to a different finger. You know, your hands are constantly on the move. So if you lose track of that rhythm, it's going to go badly and fast. And we have a number of breaks coming in. Zubs, Arg, Defons, Nirik, and Listia. Bote actually bringing up a nice combo along with Defons. And she's got TFG and Okoro with those bigger combos. So Osuchusco holding the margin at this point. Things could go wrong very fast. All it's going to take is one of those big combos to drop, and this could still go the other way, but time is running out for those. Listia breaks.
Yeah, another break comes through for Listia there. We do have now a supporting combo advantage as well for Osuchusco. The high combos and mid-range combos are basically tied up. There goes TFGE and Arj, both from Osuchusco. Zubs as well drops a supporting combo, and now it's only Defons left up with combo. They've got a 200,000 score lead, but there's still over a quarter of the map left, and only Listia broke at that same point for the Ikoro. Still holding on to that high combo, now unmatched. Bullux and Ninerik as well, matching Defons and them in an extra supporting combo. So this is where it's gonna come down to. There's gonna need to be a break probably from the, if Osuchusco are going to take this point. That score lead's going over quickly. There goes Ninerik's combo. It's likely gonna take a Ikoro dropping or Bullux dropping to keep the score on the side of Osuchusco. There goes Zubs with a slider break. No big accuracy drops, however, and the combo is not large anyway, but those continued drops are not doing them any favors. There goes Bullux as well. Big chain miss for him. It's gonna be close, but it looks like with that miss from Bollocks, and there goes a Koro as well. Defon's able to hold on to the combo at the very end of the map where it counts. 95,000 score in the lead. Osu TrueSkill just barely able to come out on top. Those high scores from Defon's and TFGE, the consistency, both above 600k, really pulling through where they needed it.
Yeah, the moment that break came in from Bolex, it was pretty much over because Defons was able to hold off Akora's score gain for the majority of that. And then, of course, those supporting combos after pretty much almost all of Osu TrueSkill broke, apart from Defons. You know, they recovered, and with those breaks coming in from Listia, Nineric, and Bolex, there was just no recovery time, and the break from Akora was just the icing on the cake, really. Didn't do any favors, and they get their first point on the board. Osu TrueSkill. You know, could we see it? There is still time. They've got the second pick coming up now, Hidden 2, which should be very solid for them. Let's see if they can get that second pick point and then have that battle out on that Nomad 5.
Saw them play Hidden 2 yesterday as well, and they did play that. They were able to win it one out of 2 times that they played it. High average score, in fact, top-off scores yesterday. Players haven't so far got a side of
So here we go with this Hidden 2. Can I hopefully get a chance to look at these lineups in just a second? Here we go. Ryunata, Zubs, Korin Maluko, TFGE going up against Listia, Akoro, Bolex, and Hexeli. Bit of a change up in line, of course. You still got Listia and Okoro there, and Bolex, Hexeli coming in for this map. And I think it's the first time in a while we've seen Korin Maluko come back in. But so far, some early breaks coming in. Ryunata finding an early break as well as Bolex. Listia then goes as well. So 2 breaks early on. The third one for there, as well as Hexeli. Not off to a great start in this first quarter of this map. This is not a terribly long map at all. But Osu TrueSkill still off to a very dominant start here, as they have no real breaks apart from Ryunata. Bolex finds another. It's just a Koro trying to battle on these 3 full combos from Osu TrueSkill.
Yeah, a lot of these hidden players from Osu TrueSkill very, very strong in terms of their overall comfort on the mod. This is the sort of performance, actually, I think that could even beat their team scores from yesterday, even their pop-off team scores, as we still see everybody on their team, aside from Ryunata. Now TFGE also breaking there on this build-up section, holding onto the full combos. Ryunata finds a second break, but Zubs and Korin Maluko are still holding on to the full combos as we move into the speed section. Zubs finally drops, but Korin Maluko is still going, and this is already an almost 1 million team score victory for Osu TrueSkill. That is looking like the tiebreaker is possible at this point. You've still got one more pick to go through, but this one is just about guaranteed. Korin Maluko with the pop-off, and the whole team outscoring every member of the... I mean, even the lowest score from Ryunata, 540k, higher than any of the scores over on the opposing team. This is just sort of ridiculous as a team performance.
Yeah, that Korin Maluko score is disgustingly good. Unbelievable. 950k on a map this intense is insane, and with that speed section towards the end of the map, it ties in very nicely to this No Mod 5, which of course is going to be your raw speed test And you can already tell by the rhythms of this that this is going to be very intense. For Osu True Skill is the chance they need. They have to break the on this map, force that tiebreaker, which may or may not be in their favor. But of course, if it's their pick, they've got to feel somewhat confident on a map like this to make it their final pick. And if they're able to succeed, they will close this out and take this first set. No tiebreaker required. And again, on maps like these Speed and DT maps, they are so closely contested against these two squads. We'll have to see just what they can perform for us.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this pick. We saw how Double Time 3 went. It was still definitely in the favor of but a winnable map for Osu True Skill, right? 2 slider breaks for KHZ and Zubs. 1 slider break each for those players. If they hold on to the full combos, that's another almost 800,000 score added to the total for Osu True Skill. If Corian Maluko doesn't miss, that's probably another 400,000 score added to their total. That was the potential, 3.5, 3.6 million team score pop-off for Osu True Skill. If those high combos were able to hold, able to avoid the single miss or slider break that they all had. We're going to see the same lineup here for No Mod 5, KHZ, Serpi, Corian Maluko, and Zubs versus Listia, Ekoro, Fjell, and Ninerik. The Norwegian high-rank duo in Fjell and Ninerik did very, very well on the last speed pick. Ninerik in particular, full comboing Double Time 3 with the highest act in the lobby. Ekoro as well, almost a full million teams, or a full million score by himself. Excuse me. We are getting into the next pick. It looks like a couple early misses here for Fjell, Listia, and Zubs. Everybody else holding on to the full combos at the start. Accuracy roughly in the favor of but it looks like that's going to be pretty variable as sort of everybody dies on that pattern. KHZ and Ekoro are left up, and that is it. KHZ with slightly higher accuracy and everybody else just sort of dying. Ekoro drops as well now, or excuse me, KHZ drops as well now. Ekoro still holding on to the full combo, but there's so much map left. This is still barely the beginning of the map. We're only a third of the way in. This pick is relatively long, and there goes more combos. Fjell and Serpi dropping with still high combos for Corian Maluko and Zubs. Even if they can't compete with the FC, there's still pretty good supporting combos here for Osu True Skill as Fjell drops once again.
Yeah, Osu True Skill's overall team combo is growing quite a bit. Everyone recovers. There was that break from Fjell. Ninerik bringing up a good supporting combo as well as this. They are higher, but any breaks really from either side here just going to increase the score gap or decrease it depending on the outcome. There is a break from Zubs that is going to favor that score bar is slowly beginning to rise. There goes Ninerik. That's a big combo drop from but they still have Listia there supporting Ekoro, who is holding that full combo. No more breaks from They can still take this map and end this set right here. Fjell drops though, Listia goes as well.
Oh my god, but there's KHZ and Corian Maluko both dropping. It's only Serpi and Ekoro, and Ekoro is still on what is close to a full combo right now. He might not have the act, but it doesn't matter. He's held on long enough. Both he and Serpi drop at the same time. And unfortunately for Osu True Skill, the breakpoint doesn't come through at the end. It's too little too late as No Mod 5 goes the way of Once again, Ekoro with a carry performance. Ninerik as well, a good supporting score there. Just not quite enough from KHZ, Corian Maluko, and Serpi. Those higher scores on Osu True Skill matching that score from Ninerik, but just not quite consistent enough to deal with Ekoro's pop-off play.
No, these scores are just so good. Kurt, Serpi, Cora Maluko, Nineric, TFGA, just so many good, actual, incredible Mod 5 scores there. But yeah, the spotlight is on Akora on that one. Insane combo, insane carry performance to close out the set for his team, really. Very solid performance coming out from them. So they will take the first set, which opens up that second set. We do, of course, include those match bans now, one for each team. Of course, the match ban, once a map is placed in there, it's permanently banned for the rest of this match. So you'll probably see some of those first bans we saw at the beginning of the first set. Generally, they tend to go into those match ban slots, and then we can start the pick and ban process for the second set.
So it looks like we're going to see whether or not these teams want a short break. It'll probably be no break for these teams, I wouldn't think. Both of them probably wanting to just get on with the second set. So we are going to go right into set number 2. Or at least we probably are. We haven't gotten a response from Osu True Skill yet. We'll see if they're okay with just going right into the second set or whether they would like a break. But I think for set number 2, it's going to be a little interesting to see exactly how the new bans and picks shake out. There are a lot of things to take into account, I think, for both teams. If you're looking at how these speed picks went, they were both relatively close, even with the high score difference on double time 3. Again, you've got so many close scores that were one miss or one slider break away from being full combos for Osu True Skill, that I almost think you don't even need to ban that map. And for Mod 5, you have the more consistent team score on that pick. It's just the problem of the pop-off play being entirely possible for Akoro. So I almost think when you've got more trouble doing well on Mod 5, that's a possible ban there. Double time 2 going to be the match ban for Osu True Skill, and I think that does work out well. Once again, the higher BPM picks tend to be a little better for Osu True Skill because their ability to do well on speed extends further into that high BPM range than most other teams, compared to sort of the average, right, where you expect, lower BPM, it's easier. Well, when it's got all this finger control and stamina built into the map as well, and your team fares much better on high BPM bursts, not always the case.
Yeah, and again, we start off with this ban phase here, with getting that first ban. So they do, of course, have that double pick that Osu True Skill had last time. Osu True Skill were able to get their 2 picks quite comfortably, but unfortunately they dropped that first pick and actually 2 bans coming in very quickly there. Hidden 2 and Mod 6. Osu True Skill obviously not wanting to play that map once again after the result of the first set, which is understandable to say the least. But they're coming in with a Hidden 2 ban again, also not really wanting to play that from the first set either. So we will be seeing a different, perhaps, variety of picks. Not necessarily in this first set round. There's the DT3 from the last set. Very comfortable pick for the last time. They were able to get the victory, but not decisively. So should be another interesting battle on that one.
Yeah, that is the sort of pick that I think you kind of expect to be left up, right? Double time 2 banned out, and they choose to ban out Mod 6 instead of either double time 3 or Mod 5. So I think that's definitely a marked decision from Osu True Skill to say, no, we were close on that map, even if the team score doesn't show it, we were very close. Hard Rock 3, though, is a very different type of pick. We haven't seen either team go for this yet. We did see the play this yesterday in their matchup versus Pat the Duck. They got about 1.5 million team score on this pick in Hard Rock. Hard Rock 3 really was not, I don't think, their cup of tea, this precision pick. They got 1.5 million team score. Pat Pat the Duck only had a million team score on this map, so they did end up winning that pick. But if you're looking at quarterfinals, Osutrusco got almost 3 million team score on Hard Rock 3 in quarterfinals, and that was only one stage ago. So I think they're sort of saying, hey, you know, we're actually probably better at this than them. We can maybe lean into some of these Hard Rock picks a little harder, I think. And if you look at the metrics at the bottom of the screen, if you look at the excuse me, if you look at the rating at the bottom of the screen, their Hard Rock rating for Osutrusco is much higher than the Hard Rock rating for the. It's about 61% of the max score across all Hard Rock picks that Osutrusco has played, versus about 52% of the max score across all the Hard Rock picks that the has played. So very clearly a higher level of comfort for Osutrusco on Hard Rock overall than for the. Fremod 2 being banned out, though, I think goes along with, you know, not wanting to play No Mod 6 for Osutrusco. Very similar sorts of map. Less gimmicky, of course, because it is in the free mod pool, but very similar changes between 1/3, 1/4, 1/6 all throughout that map.
Yeah, just looking at some of these picks, they're as you'd expect, very different from the second set. Oh, sorry, from the first set. Of course, getting rid of that Hard Rock 2 from the very solid idea, especially since you know that Osutrusco, they're looking at those Hard Rock maps as a potential weakness. Fremod 2 is an interesting ban. You do have some very mixed level of players in terms of Hidden and Hard Rock on the side of the, as well as those solid no-mod players like Okoro and stuff that you're expecting to carry the combos. It's probably just overall not a good pick for them. As we wait for the first pick coming out from Osutrusco, and then we get into the all-important double pick. There it is, Hard Rock 1, to be expected. They want to try and get in as many of those Hard Rock maps as they can in the second set. Take advantage of the lack of confidence coming in from on those maps.
Yeah, I think it's a little deceptive if you look at the Hard Rock 2 scores from last weekend. They are very different types of maps between quarterfinals and semifinals. Quarterfinals, Hard Rock 2, where the actually played the map 3 times, was almost an alt map, very low BPM, focused on stream aim, lots of cut streams, lots of polygonal stream shapes, really sort of awkward changes in flow aim all throughout the map. Whereas this weekend, Hard Rock 2 is much more focused on slider aim at very low alt BPM, almost like 110, 120 BPM slider aim. Big, fast sliders all throughout the map. Hard Rock 1, of course, very comparable from week to week. And hey, if you're first picking No Mod 1 in the last matchup as Osutrusco, and you know, you do lose it, but it's very, very close, then there's not a lot of reason why you should be afraid of Hard Rock 1, right? You did also play Hard Rock 1 up against the bench, and you had an average team score of 2.1 million. It was you know, a little higher, a little lower, depending on the times that they played it. But they were able to get relatively good scores up against a team that usually wins Hard Rock 1 very easily. So I think they can be confident going into this pick in Hard Rock, especially with Hard Rock 3 and Hard Rock 1 both picked up. It looks like the is having a little trouble deciding their next pick as well. They're gonna end up going with No Mod 5, it looks like, just barely in time, probably. But they do get that pick going. Almost expect No Mod 5 to get picked up from them because of the, you know, it was a relatively strong pick for them. Now they've got to pick something different, right? DT3 No Mod 5 are picks that were carried over from last time around. They're going to go with Hidden 1 this time as their last pick, and I kind of like this. Look at the Hidden rating from the versus the Hidden rating for Osutrusco in general. The raw aim Hidden picks have not gone Osutrusco's way. They're far better at things like Hidden 2, where you've got that really tricky flow aim all over the place. So this pick probably works out for the. We can see how it goes. And now, last pick for Osutrusco.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised actually with those last pick, because there was that Hidden 3 that Osutrusco banned in that first set. But maybe Osutrusco was trying to perhaps call a bluff in this second set and be like, are you guys actually struggling on that hidden 3, or is it just that you weren't going to pick it anyway? And it looks like obviously they've not gone with that hidden 3 despite it being open, so they're not feeling 100% on that. But of course that last pick, free mod 1, interesting last pick. One that I think I don't know how that's going to go. Traditionally, Osutrusco not very strong on free mod maps throughout this tournament, so we'll see how they manage that one.
I think this is going to be a really interesting pick, this free mod 1. I don't know that we've actually seen it get played at all this weekend. Somebody listening in, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've seen it get played at all. This is probably one of the hardest maps in the pool. It is 7 stars flat in the free mod pool, so 7.5 stars with Hard Rock, which actually puts it at the highest required played star rating in the pool, since you have to take a Hard Rock. It's 274 BPM, mostly changes between flow aim and snap aim in that map, and it's a really, really difficult map to be consistent on, and at that, it's almost 4 minutes long, 3 minutes and 52 seconds of that map. So this is not something that you would typically see in a free mod pool. It is incredibly difficult to be consistent on a map that is that difficult at this level. So almost sort of the skill cap check here from Osutrusco, maybe saying, hey, some of our members can be very, very strong on this type of map, and they have the skill cap to back it up. Let's go for it. We've got some really, really difficult maps picked up here for both teams as we get into the first pick now, double time 3 for the...
Yeah, already off to a flying start here. Everyone adjusting to this map quite nicely. Low accuracies coming in from Listia, Serpy, Zubs, and Akoro, but I'm sure they'll correct themselves. VL as well, also a little bit on the lower side. But so far, no early breaks. Actually, the ACK advantage is in favor of Osutrusco right now. As we get to this first sort of PI section of the map. Cora Maluka is the first to drop. So as we get back into this, there is a break from Akoro actually. That's going to tip things the other way. I think Cora Maluka had a second break there, which is why the scores are staying where they are. Feel will find a break, and that is going to push the team score back the other way in favor of Osutrusco. They have the lead right now. As we begin to approach this halfway point of the map, Serpy finds a break. They're going into the break section.
And that's pretty major. It just leaves KHZ up for Osutrusco. It misses at that halfway point as well for Zubs and Serpy. Really cut the score down by a pretty heavy percentage of your possible maximum. So those pop-off plays that were possible for Osutrusco aren't going to be happening this time around. It's just KHZ that's left up. Nineric already full comboed this once. You have to assume he's going to do something similar here. Listia does miss, so it is possible for this to go back over to Osutrusco, especially if we see misses come out from Akoro and Fjell. But there goes Nineric actually, drops the full combo, and now it's all in KHG's hands as he continues to combo. This is the potential that we've been looking for from this player, to come in and do something like this, carry a speed pick for his team when it's really needed. Akoro is still holding on to this high combo alongside Fjell, so both KHC and Coria Maluko need to hold here to bring this back over. There's about a quarter of the map left, but it looks like this should still be able to go over. It's now just ever so slightly inching in their favor. Listia and Nineric find another couple of breaks for the side of the, and Osutrusco are looking to complete this first pick breakpoint, and Koro drops the high combo. Zubs and Listia drop as well, but it's KHZ and Coria Maluko holding where it really counts. Even without the miss from Akoro, this would have still gone over This is finally what we were looking for from KHZ. This player has so much potential. We talked about the skill cap. This is the guy who FC'd the Deceit, who has #1 on some infamous speed maps, and he's showing why he is able to do that right here.
Yeah, he has really pulled out all the stops on that map. What a full combo to come in and do, especially after that first set, really showing his potential, like you said. Kora Maluko, also great supporting combo, almost I think 12 to 1300 combo on that map. That is a fantastic first pick for this team. And yeah, they're off to a solid start here. Much better than the first set went, and now they have this opportunity to flip how it went last time. You know, they don't have the double pick, but they can still go 2 to 3 maps up before that double pick approaches. But they have to get through these 2 hard rock maps first.
Yeah, that is, like you said, such a great start for Osuchusco this time around. You can't ask for a much better start than a first pick breakpoint, but it's only a great start if they are able to solidify that breakpoint, right? If they don't give it up right here on either Hard Rock 3 or Hard Rock 1. But again, looking at how the teams have been playing, what they've tended to prefer throughout the tournament so far, and how last weekend went for both of these teams in terms of how Hard Rock 3 played out, I think that this is likely a very good pick for Osuchusco. The overall Hard Rock rating there at the bottom of the screen for Osuchusco does tell a tale of higher comfort for this team than for the. So you have to assume these members that they have in here are going to be able to pull out the stops needed to put the in their place and hopefully solidify this breakpoint. Arj, Defons, Zubs, and Korea Maluko in for this one. Listia, Hunkseli, Fiel, and Bollocks in for the.
Yeah, so a bit of high CS to try and extend their lead here. Again, we've really not seen, like I said, has stayed away from some of these harder maps as much as possible over the course of this tournament. Let's see what they could do. Fiel with quite low accuracy at the start here. Let's try and get that up a bit. Olex will find the first break. Lister and Arg will follow. That favors Osuchusco, not anymore, as Defons also find a break. That resets it, and if anything, puts it slightly in favor of her at this point. But there goes Lister again. Bolex will follow. Zubs as well now. Kora Maluko, what's going on? Breaks everywhere.
Everybody's struggling with this one, man. We are the strugglers here. Talk about Berserk. These people are really struggling with this map. However, when you have a situation like this, where everyone struggles to put together a high combo, look to the accuracy. 96, 96, 95, and 94 for Osuchusco. Meanwhile, 90, 91, 94, and 94 for the. So the accuracy really telling a tale of higher comfort level for Osuchusco here. Even where they miss, they should be finding fewer misses than the. That chain miss for Korea Maluko definitely puts his accuracy down the drain a little bit. But looking at the combos, Arj and Zubs have that higher combo right now. Bollocks, the only one comparable on the side of the. And the accuracy is still in the favor of Osuchusco. 97% for Zubs right now. This dude has. I've said this before on broadcast. He's been kind of a rock for this team. He's in on the majority of their maps and always is able to put up at least an okay performance, and sometimes pulls out the carry like on maps like this. The only player aside from Bollocks over 400k. He does miss though, and Bollocks actually holding the combo here, has the accuracy to back it up. Is it going to go over at the very end? Bollocks with the only combo in the entire lobby. There's actually time. If he's able to hold, this just goes over.
Oh my god. Bollocks flips it over in the last part of the map. I don't think there's anything he's really going to break on here.
That is so unfortunate for Osu. True skill. Bollocks at the end of the map holds on to the combo. And despite better accuracy all throughout, despite a better, more consistent team score for Osu True skill, that pop-off play, man, 670 combo at the end of the map, that's all he needs.
Wow. What a counter performance from Bolex there on a map that these teams really haven't played. It's who was able to break back immediately. We are back in that tied situation once again. 1-1. A fantastic performance from Bolex there, really putting in the work for his team, helping him get that point. Over a third of the score was because of him. Really well done. Again, the overall score, like Dio said, it was in favor of Osu skill for almost the majority of that map, but they just let it slip away. And now they have to go into another Hard Rock map where they've just lost one and attempt to find their feet and go again. Now, we have seen with Osu True Skill, they've played this map previously this weekend, pulling in a 2.07 million team score on this map. So they have experience. We have no idea how they will perform on this map. In the last 2 weeks, they have stayed away from Hard Rock 1s, including banning it in their previous sets in the previous weeks, as well as then putting it in the match bans. So they are not a confident Hard Rock 1 team. So you kind of want to put the favor towards Osu True Skill on this one. But again, you just cannot guarantee anything in this match, especially with that Hard Rock 3. It looked so good for Osu True Skill right up to that final quarter of the map, and then it just slipped away with all those unfortunate breaks.
Yeah, that hold from Bollocks at the end really did a number for their team score, and Osu True Skill, like you said, it just sort of slipped out of their hands. Nobody really able to hold on to the combo and do anything to keep it on their side as we now get into Hard Rock 1. Nobody missing on the slider stream. Listia with a slider break before that. Fjell with a miss right afterwards. Usually a very good Hard Rock aim player, Fjell. Arj also with a miss after the slider stream at the start. Same for Defon. So overall combo lead in the favor of the... Just barely for now. Zubs and Corey and Maluko still full comboing. And Koro and Bollocks full comboing as well. And there go the combos on the space stream. Corey and Maluko, Listia, and Bollocks all dropping on the space stream. So it's a Koro and Zubs with the FCs. Ever so slight supporting combo lead. Actually, it looks like for nobody really right now. They should even out between Arj, Defons, Corey, Maluko, and Listia, Bollocks, and Fjell.
Corey, Maluko, Bollocks finding breaks again. We're only a quarter of the way through the map, so there's still plenty of time to pull this back. And so far, Osu True Skill still holding a good 100k buffer. Zubs does find a break, though. Ikoro's still holding a very big combo now, as well as support from Fiel. Defon's the only one... Oh, sorry, Defon's and Arg, sorry, holding relatively high combos. There goes Defon's. And suddenly, the are looking dangerous once again.
Yeah, it's basically an unanswered full combo from Ikoro right now. Still holding strong here. Arj holds on through the space stream, but Defon and Corey Maluko are unable to. Listia drops, but that's not who they're worried about for Osu True Skill. It's Bollocks and Fjell with these high supporting combos. And
Dekora.
And Ikoro, yes, with the full combo still, I was going to say. Yeah, supporting the full combo from Ikoro are Bollocks and Fjell. Bollocks does drop, and it's just Arj versus both Ikoro and Fjell. And Ikoro actually drops as well. It's Listia dropping quite a lot here in these KI times. Fjell now there to take up the mantle, but the supporting combo in the favor of Osu True Skill has actually pulled the score back to their side.
Yeah, this map is doing all sorts. No one is able to hold a clear lead on this map. But as we get to the last quarter, who is going to be able to keep it in their hands? Arg versus Fiel. It's all on those supporting combos. Defons is built out. Arg does break though. Fiel still holding. And suddenly, it's in favor combo-wise of the Koro, and Fiel are able to hold this.
That's basically all on Fiel, and he actually drops. Ikoro is the only high combo on Thuz side, and even with Zubs dropping, Defons and Korya Maluko still have these high scores. The accuracy is there for Zubs and Arg. Defons does drop at the end here, but I think Korya Maluko's combo will be enough to stave it off. It's 100k plus in the favor of Osu True Skill, and they are going to be able to take this pick. There's just a sliver of map left here at the end. And looking across the board at the accuracies, it actually does so much for Osu True Skill. It's 91% for Listia, 95% for Ikoro. Even Fiel, usually a very strong Hard Rock aim player, down at 96-97% when you've got the whole team for Osu True Skill just at or above Fiel's accuracy. It does so much as a boon for the overall team score, and it really helps pull that score back over, even when, throughout that map, it looked like The had such a big combo lead for a large portion of the map, it just didn't do enough. They didn't have the accuracy to back it up, and Osu True Skill, with, again, the more consistent team score, time and time again, this team, very, very well-rounded in terms of the roster, able to pull out victory on Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, and so now we get into a bit of familiar territory for they have this No Mod 5, which is what they closed out with in that first set. You're expecting another victory from them. But Osu True Skill, they have the players who can put in good scores on this map, especially we saw with that DT3. These guys, they're not opposed to speedy maps and high BPMs. It's whether it can all come together. If they could get a breakpoint here, that would be huge for this matchup. But of course, they're looking like if they can pick up these two picks, they will guarantee themselves a tiebreaker regardless of what happens on that 3-mod 1.
Yeah, Osu True Skill do take this breakpoint. They are in a fantastic position here. Obviously, The looking to capitalize on this pick once again. But DT3 went the other way this time around, right? We were talking about how it was possible for Osu True Skill to win that pick, and that is what happened this time around. They were able to get that breakpoint. So even with, some of those potential high scores not coming to fruition, the extra high scores for The also didn't happen that time around, right? Ninerick did not complete the full combo. Ikoro did not get 900k that time around. It was K8Z with the pop-off play who enabled them to take that point and secure victory there. And he is in once again here. We've got the classic speed roster from Osu True Skill. Of course, Zubs in on basically every map. K8Z, Serpy, and Korya Maluko. They're proper speed players here for Osu True Skill. The once again fielding Ikoro, Ninerick, Listia, and Fiel for No Mod 5. Let's see if this one goes the other way this time around. It was very close. Less than 140,000 points in The's favor the first time around. Pop-off play from Ikoro, 760k on his overall score, enabled them to come out on top despite a lot of higher low scores for Osu True Skill.
Yeah, definitely, and as we get into this, we can see that some of those accuracies probably not as high as we'd expect. Fiel down at 94 at the moment. Ikoro joins as well. Breaks starting to come in now. Fiel, Ninerick, Listia, all dropping, still 4-way FC on the side of Osu True Skill. Definitely off to a better start. Ikoro, the only one with that full combo still to chase as Fiel finds another break. Good start for them, but double breaks. Serpy and Korya Maluko could change massively there for Osu True Skill.
Yeah, it is a break once again from Fiel there. That's going to keep it on those True Skills side of Koro. The only full combo for the right now. Let's see on Nineric. Not too far behind, though. About 200, 250 combo behind FC for each of them. So they are still relatively close. If we do see a collapse from Osu True Skill, they are poised to take advantage of it. Going into the second half of the map now. Taking stock of the accuracies, you've got KHZ and Nineric once again on those 98%. 95% for Akoro, 97% for Serpy as well on this map, by the way. Doesn't have that full combo, but that supporting score is doing a lot because of the accuracy. There goes Korya Maluko, however, does drop one of those high combos. Fiel also drops alongside Serpy now, finds another slider break for Osu True Skill. It's 2 full combos versus 1 FC from Akoro, plus Listia and Nineric both on 800 plus combo on the side. Despite this 300,000 score lead. Oh, Nineric slider breaks in the slow section! No! Oh my god. So this 300,000 score lead really doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Still 2 full combos right now for Zubs and KHZ on Osu True Skill. And this actually looks like it might be the break point that they were looking for.
Korya Maluko breaks what? Is that an early DC?
I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure exactly what that is, but I don't think it matters anyway. It's still 200,000 score in Osu True Skill's favor. And that is an early 3-1 start. It looks like the map was actually already over and Fiel had just left the lobby. So we do have a close to accurate score count right there. It's actually 2.5 million. 2,512,830 score for Osu True Skill versus 2,237,651 score for the. So it is still that breakpoint. 3-1 now for Osu True Skill. And man, KHZ 97, 98% on the full combo. Akoro did full combo with 95% accuracy, but this warm-up for KHZ, man, this time around, DT3 and Omod 5 are going his way. This is exactly the kind of performance you want to see out of a player who is drafted specifically because of how damn good he is at speed.
Yeah, definitely. Coming out of that Nomad 5, yeah, this hidden one, very, very important now for they're in that position. They can drop this map. You know, if they lose it, it's over. They go into that third set right now, but even then, Osu True Skill, they've still got a map in hand. It's a complete switch over of the previous set and that situation. We're really getting into a tricky situation for them to close out this match. I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it this set, but this hidden one hopefully should get them back on track, get that second point, and then we can carry on to that final 3-mod 1, which is an interesting map, I think, as to why Osu True Skill wanted to close out with that 3-mod 1, but let's get through this hidden one first, shall we?
Yeah, this map is really hard. Lots of polygonal aim patterns, lots of symmetrical aim patterns in this map, lots of really wide angles, lots of anti-aim jumps where, you know, you're going back and forth across the screen, but you don't just go back and forth like with normal 1-2s. You will go across the screen and then up a little bit, and then back across the screen and then up a little bit again, right? You're doing those types of jumps where it requires very large amounts of cursor control in order to properly play the map, properly aim all these patterns, snap to each individual thing. Otherwise, you're going to be, you know, sort of flowing from one jump to the other around these corners, and that is never quite as reliable as having that control over your snapping to hit the jump, slow down your cursor, go to the next one. You'll see what we're talking about when we get in there, but this map is incredibly tricky to aim properly, and with the addition of Hidden forcing quick memorization of those circles, they are 9.3 as well. You're really going to be hard-pressed to find players who look and feel super comfortable on a map like this.
Yeah, although these are the players that have felt the most comfiest out of their team, should we say. But an early break from Bolex. Traded up by Defons there, so one break on each side. Arg goes as well now. So favors there at this point, but it's very early on. It's not going to make a massive difference, but still a bit surprising this early on. So a map like this, Subs also finding a break. Those who True Skill have lost, as far as I'm aware, almost all of their full combos. I'm looking at this right.
Yeah, now with that drop from Ryunata, that is all of the full combos. Listia, Cora, Hanxelia all still full comboing for the, and Bollocks with an okay recovery. There goes Hanxelia's combo as we get into Ki number 1. There goes Bollocks as well, and we've got some recovery from Zubs and Arj over on Osu True Skill, but it's Listia and Akoro. These two mostly gimmick-focused players doing very, very well for the right now. Akoro does find a slider break, actually, after the name call-out, so it's now kind of back on the other foot. It's only Listia, she alone, against Osu True Skill with Arj and Zubs on pretty good recovery.
Yeah, Listia really does stand alone there on this map. As the recovery comes in, Ryunata and Subs do find breaks though. But there goes Listia! Oh, right before we get onto these single notes. And that is disaster for the no big combos. Arg and Defons can comfortably take this over to their side and begin to build, but there goes Arg. It's just Defons now.
It's just Defons left up here on the hidden aim pick. Is got enough combo to bring this over, actually, and Defons, very good aim player. Okay on hidden as well, should be able to hold on to the combo for a little while longer. That's all he really needs to do, is bring it slightly in Osu True Skill's favor. And that is slowly happening. There go both Akoro and Defons at the exact same time. So a trade of combos. I think it slightly favors the, however, as Listia, she's built back up another higher combo than anybody on Osu True Skill. There goes Bollex's supporting combo, however. It's Hanxelia and Listia versus Arj, Zubs, and Ryunata. The extra combo there supporting Osu True Skill, I think, is enough to bring this over, especially now with that miss from Hanxelia. It's traded with Arj. There goes Listia and Defons both breaking at the same time. It's Ryunata and Zubs. However, the higher combos, Defons was not building up anything super significant at the time, and Ryunata plus Zubs are going to be enough to build up a score lead. Continued misses from the side, but there go both Ryunata and Zubs!
Oh my god.
Both of their combos gone. Hanxelia also misses. No one is able to hold on to a steady combo here at the end of the map. There is just misses coming through across the board for everybody. Nobody can hold anything. It's the accuracy at the end of the map that's going to decide part of this. 98 for everybody on Osu True Skill, 96 for Bollocks and Hanxelia, and ever so slightly more consistent combo, it looks like, for the members of Osu True Skill as we get into the end of the map, where nobody's holding 200 combo besides Akoro at this point. Zubs close behind, just barely trailing. There goes Listia as well, passing that 200 combo mark. There's just not enough time, I don't think. The map is basically over, and less than 100,000 score still makes a dub for Osu True Skill. That's going to be 4-1 at the end of set number 2.
Just so much difficulty in that last sort of quarter of that map. Nobody could hold anything whatsoever. Really sort of struggling with that one, and as a result, that score margin, it just didn't go anywhere. Once it had sat where it had and Defons had that first break, it just didn't get moved because everyone just, it caused an almost chain reaction of misses from everyone. It just miss after miss after miss. No one could build any combo. And so Osu True Skill close out the set with double breakpoints. And suddenly, we go to the third and final set.
We do go to the third and final set. Looks like we're going to take a short break for both of these teams. Probably just a couple minutes. Make sure that everybody is ready for set number 3. But while they're taking a break, I think it has to be called out a little bit here. On these picks where they are taking these breakpoints, right? It's not as though you've got a single player popping off for Osu True Skill. That's not how they're getting these points. in their match versus the bench earlier this weekend and in this match. You look through the MP links, and sure, you see a couple pop-off plays here and there, KHZ specifically on the speed picks looking like the champ. But aside from him, it's really a consistent team score, within 100K between top score and bottom score on the team on Hidden One, I think is a perfect example. 440K for Defons at the top of Osatrusco, 375K for Yunata at the bottom. Meanwhile, Listia and Akoro, 500K and 455K for both of them, higher than Defons' score. And Bollocks down at the bottom, 288K. The pop-off scores are just not enough for some of these teams, and the more consistent team scores win out. That is how Osatrusco has been doing it, and how I expect them to continue doing it here in set number 3. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, everyone, to the Corsace Open semifinals here. where we are ready to bring you the conclusion of an epic match so far between Osa True Skill and the. We talked a little bit before our short break about how Osa True Skill has had these very consistent team scores. Their top scorer and bottom scorer frequently very, very close together in terms of their overall score. And the opposite being true for the, more reliant on those high impact pop-off plays from a single player or two on each map in order to take victory. Two very different styles of putting together a roster here for these two teams, and both of them able to take a set against the other. My name is Dio, and I'm going to be casting set number 3 of what has so far been an absolutely fantastic match here with Demarsh. How's it going, man?
Dude, I am so ready. If throughout this weekend we have seen mostly 2-0 victories, you get the first set, and during that second set, the team that loses that first set has been unable to recover. But this is different. This is something else. In that second set, Osu True Skill absolutely pulled it out of the bag on the maps they needed to. That No Mod 5, that DT3, even the Hidden 2. Just absolutely amazing breakpoints. They deserve this third set, and I cannot wait to see it happen. And we already have these second set of match bans coming in, starting with the on Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, this is where the map draft format starts coming into play a little bit more. You've got DT2 banned out already throughout the match. You've got DT1 banned out already throughout the match. No Mod 6 and Hard Rock 2 now has additional bans. And guess what? Both of these teams still have 2 more bans to work with. Osu True Skill last time around banning out Free Mod 2. And by the way, winning every single pick that the gave us last time around. DT3, No Mod 5, Hidden 1. All went over to Osu True Skill, and those were the 3 picks that the gave last match, or last set, excuse me. So they've sort of got the run of the mill with what they want to ban. If they want to just keep Free Mod 2 banned out, that's a completely fine option for them. They can even ban out Hard Rock 3, which they actually lost, was their own pick, the only map that they lost last set in that 4-1 victory. They could also just go with banning that out instead, but I think just keeping Free Mod 2 banned out here is a great first ban. Doesn't give away anything, doesn't give away any discomfort or anything about your plans, and your opponents now, are really going to struggle to find picks, I think, that work for them, with now DT3 and No Mod 5 being 1-to-1 in terms of victories for each team. All of these maps are a toss-up at this point as to who wins. It all comes down to how they play it on the day, and it's actually going to be Hidden 2. There we go, Free Mod 2. Okay, I was going to say that would be a little surprising. Free Mod 2 banned out by Osu True Skill definitely makes a lot of sense. In this new draft, definitely have some of their work cut out for them. They've got to figure out a new pick strategy here for the last set. They are going to ban out Hard Rock 1. I think makes a lot of sense. It was the one pick that Osu True Skill went for and won last time around, as we did not see Free Mod 1, and they did lose Hard Rock 3.
Yeah, I think as well with this, like you said, they weren't able to actually bring home any of their own map picks. And as a result of that, they have to kind of rethink their strategy here. They think, are we still able to actually win these picks? Do we have to find a different approach? And of course, Osu True Skill going to take advantage of the fact they've gone with the Hard Rock 1 ban first and snap up that Hidden 2 before they can even get a chance to think about what they're going to pick next. We saw that in the first set, and it was won very comfortably by Osu True Skill. So I think Osu True Skill have got a bit of the winning mentality here. They're in the minds of that second set has probably shaken them up quite a bit. We do see that Hidden 3 come in as well. First time seeing that in the lineup, apart from when it was banned in that first set.
You mentioned not seeing Hidden 3 last time around. Went for Hidden 1 instead, and it did not pay off. It was a break point for Osu True Skill last set, so they go back and say, hey, look, they banned this out in the first set. Even if it's not our best map, Well, guess what? None of our picks last time worked out. Let's go with it. They banned it out. Our team has players who can perform very well on this type of map, right? We've got Akoro, we've got Listia, we've got some of these other players on this team who are going to be very good on this style of mapping and at low approach rate reading in general. So let's go for it and see if it works out. Hidden 2 as well, a pick for Osutruskill. I believe they were able to win it the first time around. They had a very, very strong team score on it earlier against the bench, and they sort of do that again here. 2.8 million team score in set number 1. Very, very strong score, to say the least. I think that beats almost every other team that has played it this weekend, so really incredible score from them on that map. Nomad 4 banned out by as well here. The last ban for each team. That was a map that Osutruskill did win, albeit by a very small margin. It was only a win by 70k, but again, the reason it was so close is because Akoro got 820,000 score. If he misses in the middle of the map instead of at the end of the map, well, now suddenly you're losing that by 300k, right? So the reliance on that pop-off score on Nomad 4, I think the saying, no, we're not quite as comfortable on that as we'd like to be to leave it up, and they do go ahead and ban that out. As for Osutruskill, they're going to be looking for a map to ban here, I think probably from the first set. They did lose Nomad 5 in the first set. They did lose Hard Rock 3 in the second set as well. It was a very, very close map, but you've got to look for maps that you're sort of not comfortable trying to win in this second set, right? Nomad 1 maybe comes to mind as a bannable map. Hard Rock 3 as a bannable map. And if you're not feeling comfortable on speed, right, if KHZ, your pop-off member on the speed maps, isn't feeling comfortable there, you maybe go for DT3 or Nomad 5, but you've won both of them in the last set. He looked very, very good on them. So I'm going to be hard-pressed to see a map where they are really, really uncomfortable here to ban out.
They also have as well with this second ban a chance to sort of influence things. There's that Nomad 3. That's really interesting. Coming out from Osutruskill. We did see both of these teams play it, and actually, overall in the finals, they have had better scores on that Nomad 3, but perhaps, you know, it's a different mentality. You know, something else that could be considered as well is what are they trying to leave up? You know, in this third set, there's a lot of stuff that's banned, very few map picks available. You know, maybe that Nomad 3 is to influence to pick maps that are a bit more 50-50, a bit more of a toss-up that perhaps they can actually get breakpoints on, because that's what did the damage last time. It wasn't their own picks necessarily, it was the picks that they made that Osutruskill took advantage of. So perhaps there's an element of strategy within that.
Yeah, looking like they don't want to play some of those more gimmicky maps. And actually, I really like this pick from the Fremod 3 as a pick here. You're going with Hidden 3, which is already that low approach rate hidden map. And then you beat Osutruskill on Hard Rock 3 last time around, which, by the way, they go for again instead of picking these speed maps. I'm really confused why they pick Hard Rock 3 here when it is the one map from the last set that they lost. Very interesting pick from Osutruskill. I hope that this doesn't bite them. I hope that they are able to take that pick, because I think these two picks for the look very, very good. Hidden 3, Fremod 3. Two low approach rate maps, one played only with Hidden, one played either Nomad Hidden or Hard Rock, and if you do choose to play at Hard Rock, it is CS5, so that's going to be CS 6.5 after Hard Rock. Reminder, low approach rate Hidden players on the very, very strong at that skill set. The same can be said for some of the players on Osutruskill, but look at the Hidden rating for both of these teams. With a decisive advantage on the Hidden modification overall. They've had those higher scores all throughout the tournament, and they just won Hard Rock 3. They're clearly feeling good on precision on the day. I think that Fremod 3 pick plays into both of those strengths. They should do very well on that sort of map. And now we've got... I'm so surprised to see no speed picks here. Why are DT3 and Nomad 5 not picked right now? This is so surprising from, honestly, Osutruskill after both of those wins where KHZ pops off and carries you. He's performing so well right now. It is really interesting to not see those maps get picked up, but they feel confident in that precision pick, Hard Rock 3. They say, no, we can do better. We underperformed last time around. We're going to be able to do well this time around. And Fremod 1, once again, their last pick, they feel confident on these types of maps. They are ready to go here in these Hard Rocks and Fremods.
But again, yeah, you think back to when Okoro was carrying some of these maps earlier in the first set. You know, KHZ had to do the same thing on some of these the Nomod 5 and the DT2, sorry, DT3. You know, and maybe it's just they don't want to take that risk in this third set. You know, expecting pop-off plays is something you'd want to do on your opponent's maps, not necessarily on your own. So I think that's probably why we're not seeing the speed maps, because it requires pop-off plays from certain players on the team, and it's just too much of a toss-up at this point.
Yeah, and actually neither team confident enough to go for the speed picks here in the last set. So we go from, you know, bans on speed, bans on Nomad 6, bans on all these tapping maps, into no speed now picked up here at the end. Neither team wanting to risk pop-off play from the other side on either DT3 or Nomad 5. And instead we get a last pick, Hidden 1, for the... Once again, another hidden map. We did see Osu True Skill win that as a breakpoint last time around, but just like with Hard Rock 3, they say, no, we're confident on this. We can do better. We underperformed. We have the pop-off players who can do super well on this map, and we're going to be able to take it when it comes down to it. It's their last pick once again, and it is the last pick for the entire match. This is set number 3, the tiebreaker set between Osu True Skill and the... We've got very different looking drafts for both of these teams, with a couple familiar faces showing up here and there for the maps. Hidden 2, Hard Rock 3, and Freemod 1, all previous picks from Osu True Skill. Hidden 3 and Freemod 3, new faces for the... And Hidden 1, a map that they have already tried, that they looked good on with a couple of players, looking to close it out with that map if it does come down to it. We're going to get into set number 3.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see this third set play out. This match, so much of a toss-up of who's going to take it. It really can go either way. The maps are so much more varied this time. A lot different from what we've seen in sets 1 and 2. And, you know, maybe that's part of the strategy. Getting into this early breaks, big misses coming up from TFGE and Kora Maluko. Bolix as well, also finding breaks. Ryuma and Nato as well. Not a great start for Osu True Skill. Much better on the side of the early on as Ryuma and Bolix struggle. Hagseli joins the lineup as well as those who've missed. Listia as well. It's a Koro and Zubs, as well as Kora Maluko building up a nice support combo that are really showing up here.
This is so different from how this went for Osu True Skill the first time around. Right, like the first time they played this, they had 4 full combos, like halfway into the map, right? This is very, very different. It is now only Zubs left alive with a full combo at the halfway mark. But that's fine, because at this point, the can't compete either. They don't have any high combos. Okoro was matching Zubs, did drop earlier. Listia, she's got high combo, but it's not near the FC. It's 200 combo down, and that's a pretty significant fraction of the overall combo in this map. So this is going well and away into Osu True Skill's favor, mostly off the back of Zubs holding on to this full combo, because let's face it, the rest of the team really struggling to put up any of those higher scores. And at this point, yeah, now Okoro.
Can Okoro pull this back on his own? There's still enough time. Okoro flips it. He just needs to hold here. And this is going to be a break point. There it goes. He breaks.
He breaks, and now TFGE and Zubs have, or TFGE and Kora Maluko, excuse me, have combo. It's going to be very close at the end, but I think it's more than enough for the... Listia still hasn't finished playing in the background there, and they've still got enough score to come out on top. We go ahead and check the MP link. I think it should be just about done, but even with Listia's current score, should be enough. There's always the possibility on Score V2 that they drop score, but I think that should be enough. I think part of the MP link maybe is not updating. It looks like Listia might be stuck in the lobby right now, but that should be the win for the... And yeah, that's a first pick breakpoint.
Yeah, so we will just try and get that 100% confirmed, and it does just look like they're stuck in the lobby. But yeah, great point to start this off. Again, we talked about it, it was all on the back of Zubs there, trying to solo carry that first map. There we go. We do see the disconnect from Listia, which technically puts the map in favor of the other team, but we know what the score was on that, so I'm under the assumption that first map will stay with on that one. But yeah, very, very surprising start to this one. And now they have to try, if they want to keep this score even, they've got to try and break back on this hidden 3, which is a tough ask against a team like that.
Yeah, I think that score is going to stay on the side. We saw Listia with about 357k when the disconnect happened, and the MP link shows a score difference of 321k between blue team and red team in Osu True Skill's favor, so that should be enough to put it into The's favor, and that's what we saw on the stream here. Hidden 3 now. We're getting to a low approach rate reading pick here for the. After an early breakpoint on Hidden 2, you've got to sort of favor the on this pick now. They've got some very good reading players, Akoro, Listia, Bollocks, and Hank Selly in for this one, but Rionata, TFGE, Corey, Maluko, and Zubs should be relatively good for Osu True Skill as well. I think, as with most of the maps in this match so far, this is probably going to be a close one.
Well, I certainly hope so. But no, yeah, this should be a very interesting one here. I think we've got some either Bancho issues or lobby issues that we're trying, I think, to work out.
I think this might be Bancho issues. I'm not actually sure. It seems like multiple people are having trouble. That's usually Bancho issues. So hopefully we can work through those well enough. Hopefully we don't need a full lobby reset or anything like that. Yeah, I'm hoping this is mostly fine here. Talk a little bit about the map in the meantime. This is actually very half flow aim, half jump aim control, sort of really old style map. If you played any, 2009, 2010 AR6 flow aim maps from back in the day, this plays a little similar to how those do, but a little higher BPM, a little higher star rating, a little higher spacing here for the AR8 CS4 version now in 2021. So this type of map, definitely a throwback pick to a lot of the earlier picks from very, very early on in Osu's history as a game. Lots of similar patterning to those very old style maps, but done in a modern way, a lot more polished than what you would usually expect from those maps earlier on in the game's history. But very, very intricate aim control required to do well on this map, in addition, of course, to the very high note density along with Hidden that makes reading this map quite difficult, puts it in the semifinals pool.
Yeah, I think we're still having Bancho issues with Hank Selly.
Yeah, ref just started asking if everybody's ready to go instead of waiting on all the players to ready. Hopefully we can get some captain confirmation here. I think we're okay. Hank Selly, it looks like, is having some Bancho. Oh lord, we're aborting. Alright. So, yeah, I think it's just sort of dying a little bit. He's not in, apparently, so...
What a
yeah.
time, eh? What a time. We're in the third set, tensions are high, and we cannot start Hidden 3. This is not what you want going into your third set.
Oh, man. Oh.
But it happens. It happens, and this is one of those times.
Yeah, this is, these are peak Bancho hours, 17, 18 UTC, right? That's just how it goes sometimes. It's just the busiest time of the day. Sunday afternoon, Thursday, or tournament weekend, excuse me. And this is, this is just how it goes sometimes. Hopefully we can get Hank Sully back in. I think Hank Sully, there we go, he's in the lobby. We're ready to go. Let's get all the teams in. We should be good to go. Good luck how funds are out. And we are into the second map of set 3 here. This is once again the tiebreaker set between these two teams. Best of 7, the off to an early breakpoint start. They were able to take Hidden 2 as a breakpoint. Such high variance between the initial score for Osutruskel and their second score. Actually, they halved their initial score here in set number 3. So this Hidden pick really, if their team score can vary that much, you have to question whether they can be consistent on something like this. Here we go, though. This very, very old-style pick definitely favors some of these players who have been around for an incredibly long amount of time in the game, like Akoro is probably the standout player to watch on the side.
No, definitely the player to watch out for on this map. We see early breaks coming in for quite a few of these players. Kora Maluko, Hank Selly, Listia as well, Ryunada coming in, so it's a 2v2 full combo type situation early on in this map. Only a quarter of the way through now. Nots will join them, not great for the at this point. Kora Maluko finds a break as well. TFGE, Zubs, those are big breaks for Osutruskel. No full combos, but there goes a Koro as well. Everyone's reset almost, apart from Ryunada and Listia.
Yeah, this hidden roster, man, for Osutruskel. They've held on just long enough to keep it close. Ryunada and Listia now, like you said, are the two with those higher combos to watch. But look at that accuracy from Listia and Akoro, by the way. Listia was at like 99.6 before she broke. Just now, Ryunada breaking right alongside Listia. And now Akoro and Zubs are the two with combo to watch. Lots of chain misses coming through for Hank Selly. Knott's also finding a lot of chain misses. It's very easy to do on a map like this. And there goes Akoro on those wide-angle 2/3 jumps. It's Zubs. Like you said, Demarsh, just left up alone with the combo.
He could do this. There's a quarter of the map remaining, and he's holding a very nice combo. There's no big combos on the other side to hold it, but he drops it. Ryunada has a decent combo going as well, but it's being negated pretty much by Listia's.
And Corey Maluko. But there go them both! And there's Listia left alone! Both Ryunada and Corey Maluko right at the end of the map! Oh no!
Oh my god, this is too much.
It was right at their fingertips, Demarsh. It was right on the tips of their fingers within grasp. And they both let it slip right at the end. Look at the miscounts from these teams. 32, 37, 23, 19, 11. It's so easy to find those chain misses and drop score at the end of the map. And on the other side, you look at 6 100s for Knots, 4 100s for Akoro, and 1 100 for Listia. That accuracy, we've said time and time again on Scorby 2, plays a large role when you are constantly finding these misses. And it is what helps keep that score just barely less than 100k on the side.
Oh, if anyone was wondering, that was definitely worth the wait. That was incredibly exciting. I think I'll need another one after that. But here we go, 3-3 going into the this next map. It's another confident map for, well, I say a confident map. They have put it in their lineup, and they've completely switched around their picks from the first two sets. If you go back and look at them, the picks we see now are not what we've seen. So we're going in sort of semi-blind into these sorts of picks, and it's very interesting to see where this is going to go. Kind of sort of going into this blind, you can imagine the sorts of players that are going to have mods on this, but outside of that, it's hard to really put a prediction on this apart from it's The's pick.
Yeah, we did talk a little about this pick, right, before they actually locked in the entire pick phase and pick and bans at the start of the match. We did mention, hey, there's some very strong Pro Trait 8 hidden players on the side. We just saw Listia and Akoro both pop off on the last map. Of course, they're going to be in for this one as well. Hank Sully and Bullocks in for this one. And with that kind of lineup, you have to expect Hank Sully probably on Nomad, either Akoro or Listia on Nomad. Probably Listia hidden if I had to bet. She did a little bit better on Hidden 3 just now. And Akoro AR8 Nomad reading, or low AR Nomad reading, is very, very good. And probably Bullocks on the Hard Rock. If you're looking at Osu True Skill's side, it's probably Ryunata and... no, actually, just Ryunata on the hidden. Arj taking the Hard Rock, and then Defons and Zubs in for the Nomad. It's actually Bullocks hidden Hard Rock, so close enough, but there we go. It is time for Fremod 3. We saw Precision Hard Rock be very close between these two teams. We've seen AR8 hidden be very close between these two teams. Every map in this series has been very close between these two teams. They're so evenly matched, man. Both of them are so deserving of the spot in the finals weekend. It's all coming down to just the slightest of errors. Arj there with an early break. Bullocks breaking at the very beginning of the map, as well as Ryunata on the side of Osu True Skill. So that is 2 full combos to 3 in the favor of the right now. But very start of the map, the combo's not going to do that much. It's more so the accuracy determining the score lead right now.
Yeah, and if I think back to those precision maps, you know, Osu True Skill, they had it and it slipped away again with the AR8 that we just saw, the hidden 3. They had it and then they let it slip away. I'm fearful for Osu True Skill that might happen again here. But double breaks coming in from Zubs and Ryunata, not going to help them at all. Big combos still remaining on the side of the 3 of them, in fact, in Akoro, Listia, and Hank Sully. But there go 2 of them, Bullocks and Listia will find drops alongside Zubs and Ryunata. And there's just more combo on the side of the at this point that they can still hold this, but it's all on Hexeli and Akoro. If they drop, Osu True Skill can still sweep this away and get that point straight back. They so desperately need, and Akoro breaks.
And Arj and Defons are still holding on to these combos right now. Hank Sully has a full combo to match Defons' Nomad play. Defons with slightly higher accuracy. Zubs and Ryunata break. Defons breaks as well. It's just Arj, and Hank Sully is able to hold on. Does find a miss at the end. It's Arj still holding on, but there's just not enough map left at the end.
No.
And the take it by just over 200,000 score. It's 800k on 2 members for Osu True Skill, but the shoe's on the other foot this time around. Look at the high bottom scores for the Bullocks. 570k as a bottom score is actually quite good in comparison, unfortunately, to Zubs and Ryunata, who were not able to bring up the rear quite as well as Listia and Bullocks with those mods for the now up 3-0 here in the tiebreaker set.
Yeah, they've had such a good start to this set, and it's not over, but it's not great for Osu True Skill either. They have this Hard Rock 3, they have this Free Mod 1, they lost on the Free Mod 1, I think, did they? Yes. Yeah, they... Or did we not have it? I don't remember. Oh god, I'm losing my mind.
We did not have Free Mod 1 last time around. That is an untested pick for both of these teams. We did see Hidden 1 go Osu True Skill's way, and we did see Hard Rock 3 actually go The's way last time around, which is why I was surprised to see these teams go back to Hard Rock 3 and to Hidden 1 after losing them in the previous set. But they're both sort of saying with these picks, no, we underperformed, we can do better on our own picks. We are still confident on Hard Rock 3 for Osu True Skill. And honestly, at this point, you've got to just sort of wipe your mental slate clean and say, yeah, we're good at this map, we're going to win, because that is what your entire tournament run depends on, right? You've got to win 3 in a row here. Hard Rock 3, Free Mod 1, Hidden 1, and all of these maps are winnable. Hard Rock 3 was very close last time around. Hidden 1, you were victorious on in the previous set, and Free Mod 1, it's untested, but you've picked it now twice in a row. You have the confidence to do well on this. That's what Osu True Skill has to tell themselves in order to come out on top, because otherwise, if they don't believe themselves, nobody else is going to. The up 3-0 in this last set. They're going to need every ounce of confidence they can get for Osu True Skill. Zub, Surfy, Defons, and Arj in to try and bring back the tournament life here at match point. Listia, Bollocks, and Xellian Knott's going to try and close it out.
Yeah, and every point from now on is going to be so crucial. We have to say goodbye to one of these amazing two teams, and it could happen after this map. But they are guaranteed a tiebreaker. You know, there is plenty of time to relax here, and they just need to keep that comfortable rhythm that they've established with these first three maps and carry it through to the end to close this out. But there's a lot of pressure on the side of OC True Skill, but maybe that will ignite, I don't know, a fire within them or something to get some points back and try and take them on the tiebreaker. But we are seeing a lot of breaks coming in here. Bolex, Norts, and Zubs all finding breaks early on. Listia as well will join them, and slight core advantage here to Osu True Skill at this point. Excelli drops as well. So it's a good start for Osu True Skill as Arj does find a break though.
It's Defon still holding on to this high combo that is doing work right now for Osu True Skill. Like you said, that is what we saw last time around, by the way. When they played this map before, it was actually Zubs who was holding on to the high combo, but it was one player with high combo on either side. Bollocks for the, and Zubs for Osu True Skill. Definitely not going to be Zubs this time around. Does find another set of breaks alongside Serpy and Arj. There you go, Knots and Listia for the, alongside Bollocks and Hengselli. A four-way reset now for the, as Defons continues to hold onto this full combo. Still going strong here on Hard Rock 3. This is the pop-off they needed. And I guess the confidence got to one of them here, man, because this play is ridiculous from Defons. Still going on the full combo, 98% accuracy. Nobody else even close in score or act to Defons right now, as he just continues demolishing this map. This is going over to Osu True Skill. There's no way that the takes this back. The score lead is just too big. Over 500,000 score in their favor already. Defons finally finds a slider break, but this is the type of performance you want to see from somebody who has been popping off so hard in community tournaments recently. Finally shows off a little bit here on Hard Rock 3, keeps Osu True Skill alive, and starts what they hope to be the reverse sweep.
Just want to take a small minute to appreciate that amazing score from Defons. Nearly 800k, well over half of the total team score. What an incredible solo performance coming out from him. Has really, really helped his team there. Perhaps settle down. You know, they've now got that first point on the board. There is still plenty of time in this match. They still have that one more pick that we'll be getting into shortly, which is that Fremod one. Untested, but might work to their benefit. Well, it has to if they want to stay in this tournament. But again, so much on the line. Everybody wants to keep playing in this. Nobody wants to lose, not at this stage in this third set. But there's so much still to go. There's that Fremont one, there's the hidden one afterwards, which is those last map pick. What can you tell us about this Fremont one, Dio?
We talked a little bit about this before in set number 2 when it was first picked up. This map is damn hard. This is 7 stars flat to begin with. And of course, one member has to take Hard Rock. That member is going to be playing a 274 BPM 7.5 star map that is almost 4 minutes long, where you're being tested on your ability to transition from flow aim to snap aim and back to flow aim again, sort of like what you see in No Mod 4 at an ever so slightly lower BPM. Very, very tricky sort of map to be consistent on, and the fact that it is almost 4 minutes means that this map is really, really difficult in comparison to a lot of the other mechanics tests in this pool. So the players who are going in for this tend, or will probably tend to be the skill cap players on either team. We see Korya Maluko in for Osu True Skill. We see Zubs and Defons in for Osu True Skill. And we see Ryunata in, likely to take the hidden for Osu True Skill. Listia, Ikoro, Bollux, and Hexeli in for the, similar to what you see from your alt lineups for both of these teams. It's going to be Hard Rock for Bollux, hidden for Listia, likely hidden for Ryunata, and Hard Rock for Korya Maluko. This is the type of map, I think, in free mod where you're not looking to your mod players to just be comfortable with the mod and do well. You're looking to your no mod players to be carries, because taking a mod on this map is so damn difficult. You can already see some of these high spacing jumps in this map, and then getting these 1/3 streams that really test the flow aim. And you already see a couple breaks. Hard Rock break for Korya Maluko and Bollux. Listia dropping on the hidden as well. Still 3 full combos for Osu True Skill and 2 full combos on Hexeli and Ikoro. Those no mod players that really should be the rocks for either team, doing well so far.
So very early days in this map. So much to go, and so much solo carry potential on a map that's as long as this. As we see another break there from Bola, it's going to be flipping it over to Osu True Skill. Listia, who finds a break, Korya Maluko, and Hexeli. That is a big drop for one of the no mod full combos has gone, and as well, act drops coming out from Ikoro. Still very comfortable with the 3 full combos from Osu True Skill. They are in a very good position, but a long way to go still in this map. So much that can still go wrong.
Yeah, we said it before, this pick is almost 4 minutes long. Despite these combo breaks, the full combo drops from the score lead is only 130k right now. It's not a big score lead at all at the moment. Only about 25% of the overall team score for in Osu True Skill's favor, even with 3 full combos to 1 right now. Because, again, there's so much more combo to go in this map. But with another break from Bollux, and with the level of comfort I think that Ryunata should have on hidden here, he is probably the one player that I would put in on this map and say, yeah, this person is going to be more comfortable hidden than no mod, only because he literally only plays hidden. Of course he's going to take hidden on any free mod that he can. That's why he's there, to tank that hidden and still be comfortable on it. Meanwhile, these no mod players still going strong for Osu True Skill. Zubs and Defons still holding onto the full combos alongside Ikoro with that no mod full combo for but Bollux drops the Hard Rock combo, Hexeli drops again on no mod, and this is looking better and better for Osu True Skill as we get farther past the halfway point of the map, as Ikoro finally drops that last full combo on the side, and Osu True Skill still have 3 full combos, Zubs, Ryunata, and Defons, all looking so comfortable on this map, still holding strong.
This is unbelievable from Osu True Skill. What a time to pull out such incredible consistency performances. There's a reason that they kept this in their back pocket in that second set, and they're showing it off here. What an opportunity. They are just absolutely gunning with this, and even Korya Maluko is pulling in a decent score compared to some of the no mods over on the side of despite going in with Hard Rock, and he was able to hit that stream beautifully in the middle of this map, which is so incredibly difficult on Hard Rock to do. And this is just an absolute showcase of skill right here from, well, Osu True Skill. So I
mean, this is just ridiculous. By the way, the full combo that's left up right now in Osu True Skill finally dropping. By the way, but it was from Ryunata, who is playing this map with hidden. This is what I was talking about when I was saying if there's going to be one player you put on hidden and expect to be just as comfortable, if not more comfortable, than playing at no mod, it's Ryunata. Player only who plays hidden, no matter what the map is, always has hidden on it. And Hexeli and Ikoro do have high combos here at the end of the map, but it's just not enough. This is a 700, 800, actually over 800,000 score lead right now for Osu True Skill. And they show why that pick is theirs. Man, that was so well done from them. 2.5 million team score, 700k on both Defons and Ryunata, 666k on Zubs. That is just insane. Such an incredible play from them.
Holy, that is Defons with the S rank is insane. Do you know how difficult this map is? This map is insanely difficult, and they just made it look easy. that it's just some other map. Don't worry about it. And now, what a map to close this out. Hidden One is the final map pick of this match. Either it ends here, or we go to a tiebreaker. And it's the final map pick, Hidden One. What can you tell us, Dio?
I can tell you this match is delivered so damn hard, man. This is just an incredible matchup to watch between these two teams. And I feel like it's only going to get better here because Hidden One, right, is a pick that last set, in set number 2, Osutrusco was able to win by 88,000 points. They had a bottom score of 370k compared to a bottom score of 290k in their favor, and despite the top scores from Defons and Zubs being 440 and 420k respectively, they had such consistent top scores, another 420k score from Arj, that the higher scores from Listia and Ikoro just didn't cut it. Unless we see a pop-off from those two members on the side of it's likely going to play out similarly this time around. Defons, Zubs, Arj, Ryunari, those members have been consistent on these hidden picks, except for Hidden 2. That is the one time where they've really sort of struggled to be consistent throughout the match, but every other map we've seen them in on, they've all done relatively well. They're actually subbing out Zubs right now for Korean Maluko on Osutrusco's side, which is really interesting. Zubs actually had the second top score for them at 425k the first time that they played this last set. So they're going with Korean Maluko instead, keeping in Ryunata and Arj, who scored lower than Zubs last time around, and instead subbing him out. Listia, Knots, Hankseli, and Ikoro going in for the Knots, subbing in for Bullocks. Bullocks was that low score last time around for so both teams subbing out one member for another. Interesting sub for Osutrusco for sure, not subbing out the bottom scoring member and instead subbing out Zubs, clearly placing some faith in Arj and Ryunata to perform this time around, as we see a bunch of early misses actually come through for Osutrusco. Hankseli and Knots as well missing over on the side. Lots of early misses for both teams here. This map really does throw out that awkward aim early at you.
Yeah, it really does hit in early, and Ryunata actually struggling to find a rhythm along with Korean Maluko, as looks like they are recovering quite well. Defons also finding another break. Osutrusco not having a good time so far. It's Arg trying to keep the score as close as possible while his teammates recover, but with 2 full combos on the side of they are still in the advantage regardless. And there goes Arg as well. We've lost the final full combo on Osutrusco, and already the first quarter, it looks very bad for Osutrusco. They've got no big combos up against Listia's still full combo after 1 quarter of this map.
The accuracy is relatively similar too. A lot of times throughout this match, we've been able to point to one side or the other and say, oh, they've definitely got the accuracy advantage, but looking across the board, it's almost the same accuracy for every member, except for Ryunata out-acking Knots on their respective plays. But like you said, Demarsh, Listia, this play from Listia is looking very, very good right now. Still on the full combo for her, and this is halfway through a full combo still for Listia. This high score, this was the kind of pop-off we were looking for, but there goes her combo here in the second QI time. Looking to the supporting combos now. Korean Maluko, Defons, and Ryunata all holding higher combo than anybody on the side. Korean Maluko does drop, but this score lead is very small. Chain miss for Listia and Korean Maluko at the same time, relatively offset for both of those members. It's just these supporting combos, or these, I guess, high combos at this point for Ryunata and Defons, bringing the score lead slowly back over to Osutrusco's side. There goes Defons, Ryunata now. That last hope to bring this score lead back over to Osutrusco's side, or at least keep it close. It's within 10k at this point. It's as close as it gets between these two teams as we go into this breakdown section. Lots of wide angle jumps. Misses for Listia, Knots alongside Arj and Defons. Korean Maluko, Ryunata, Hankseli, and Ikoro fighting for victory here as we continue through the polygonal aim section, looking to those four to hold on, and there goes Ryunata's combo. Hankseli and Okoro make it through the breakdown section and secure combo advantage for the going into the last quarter of the map.
Yeah, 1 quarter remaining. They have break coming in from Listia, Arg, Defons, Nort, Hankseli have gone. It's Kora Maluka versus Okoro, but Okoro is looking to hold strong. All he has to do is hold on to that combo to the end. No, there it goes, but Kora Maluka will also trade. No combos anywhere. That score gap's going to stay where it is. And I think that might be it. Going into this last little bit, there's very little combo remaining in this map. Only about 50k in this. I don't see a way for Oshitruska to pull this back at the end. I think it's over.
I think it is as well, unless there's a massive chain miss here for the... It's likely going to stay on their side. That big Space Dream doesn't trip up anybody aside from Listia and Defons. And it's so close here at the end of the map. But 38k, 36k. 36k is still 36,000 points. All you need is 1 point over the line, and the keep that score lead on their side just barely. They're able to pull out the point that they wanted the first time around on Hidden One. The repeat pick working out here in set 3 to give them victory and secure them top 6.
What a game. That was incredible. Huge congratulations to they thoroughly sweated and worked for that victory. They have earned their top 6 without a doubt. Commiserations to Oshitruska, who have come so far to just trip before the top 8. Oh, sorry, the top 6. But they proved how they got this far, and it's unfortunate, but we do have to say goodbye. But thank you for playing.
Yeah, that was a really incredible match from Oshitruska. I think that after, last year's performance where they were, an underdog team that made it far into the tournament, made a deep run, once again, they've shown, even without players like Intercambing with that big name recognition, they are still able to make it so far into these high name, high brand tournaments like Corsace Open, and prove that these players are extremely good. You should be looking for these players to do well in other open rank tournaments. They've clearly proved just how good they are here, taking to set number 3, 4-2 in set 3 after such a close beginning. But we do have to say goodbye to Oshitruska here, and congratulations to for their top 6 entry in the Corsace Open after placing 16th in the qualifiers. They are now top 6 in the tournament, so they have pulled off upset after upset to get here, and they absolutely deserve their place in the finals weekend.